Hello everybody, today we're going to make some homemade marshmallows. The only ingredients you need is white sugar, vanilla, light corn syrup, unflavored gelatin, salt, and some powdered sugar. So first we're going to prepare our pan. So let's get started. I have a 9 by 13 by 2 inch pan. First what we're going to do, we're going to spray it with oil. So it doesn't stick, and then on top of the oil we're going to add a piece of parchment paper. I want to make sure that it covers the whole pan. I'm going to turn it around. We're going to push the parchment paper down into the oil. And then on top of the parchment paper, we're going to take 3 tablespoons of powdered sugar. And we're going to sift it over the top of the parchment paper. This helps the marshmallows not to stick. Now we're going to set our pan aside and we're going to start cooking our marshmallows. We have a pot and a bowl. Okay, in our bowl we want to add to it 1/2 cup of cold water. And to the cold water into our bowl, we want to add 3 packages of the unflavored gelatin. That gives it time to absorb the water while we cook our syrup. You want to sprinkle it on top of the water. Now we're going to set our gelatin aside. We want to put 1/2 cup of water. The total water you need for this recipe is 1 whole cup, split up. Then we're going to add 1 cup of corn syrup. We also want to add 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And we're going to add 2 cups of sugar. One cup. 2 cups of sugar. Now we're going to cook our syrup in our pot for about 10 minutes until it reaches 240 degrees. We're going to take it over to the stove. Okay, we have our pot on the stove, and I'm going to turn the burner on, medium. And we're going to put the timer on for 10 minutes. We're going to stir it at first, but then after all the sugar melts, we're going to let it cook without stirring it a lot. We're going to turn the fire up a little higher. Okay, now we're going to put our thermometer in and test to see the temperature of our marshmallow syrup. We need it to get to 240 degrees. Okay, it's been 10 minutes. Let's see what our temperature is. You don't want the thermometer to hit the bottom of the pot because it'll give you a false reading. You don't want your flames to go to the outer edge of the pot. You want it to stay underneath the pot because you don't want the edges to burn. So make sure that it's like on a medium-high heat. These marshmallows are really good in hot chocolate. They're really good with s'mores. They're good by themselves. I usually make them every winter. Okay, looks like we are at 240 degrees. We're gonna take our syrup to our counter. Turn the fire off and we're gonna move. This is our gelatin with our water that's been sitting. It's pretty much absorbed. The water's absorbed all the gelatin and it's softened. So we're gonna bring our pot over here and we're gonna drizzle it in while we run our mixer. You don't want to pour it all at one time. You just want to drizzle a little bit at a time. So we're going to drizzle a little bit of our syrup as we mix our gelatin. Now we have all our syrup in our bowl. All right, our marshmallow is ready. It took about 7 minutes to blend it. When you see it kind of pulling on the sides, then you know it's ready. So we'll get our pan. Now we're gonna get our pan and we're gonna spread it in. We have our pan that we've prepared for our marshmallows. Now we're just gonna pour our marshmallows into the pan. Nice and thick. Just try to spread it around in the pan. It doesn't have to go all the way to the edges. It'll settle. Because we're gonna let this set in this pan for 12 hours. I usually make it in the afternoon and just leave it all night, and then in the morning, we're gonna cut it. There you have it. There's our pan of marshmallows. So we're gonna let them set for 12 hours and then we'll be back to cut them. If you want to flavor your marshmallows with vanilla, almond extract, lemon extract, pineapple extract, strawberry extract, if you want to flavor, the time to put the flavor in is right when you finish mixing, and I mixed them up for 7 minutes. So right at the end, you would put your flavoring in, mix them up, and then pour it in the pan. And if you want to do a special event, like for Valentine's Day, you want to make them pink, you just add a little red food coloring in it. If you want to make them orange for Halloween or Thanksgiving, if you want any particular shapes, you just use some cookie cutters and you can cut the different shapes out. But we're just going to make squares, and I didn't put any flavoring in it. We're just going to use it for hot chocolate because it's delicious in hot chocolate. So we had this in the oven. I usually put it in the oven all night long. Make sure your oven is off, and everybody knows that it's in the oven so they don't turn it on. So you're supposed to let it set. So we let it set all night. Now we're gonna put a little powdered sugar, 3 tablespoons on the top. The powdered sugar helps the marshmallows not to stick together because it's a real sticky, as you'll see when you make them. Now we're gonna take our pizza cutter. First, we're gonna take our marshmallows out of the pan, but I'm gonna set them on a towel because we're greasy underneath. You just take your cookie cutter and you cut them the size you would like. See how it sticks? They're sticky. I always store them in a gallon Ziploc bag. I'm gonna add a little bit of powdered sugar to my bag. I'm gonna add a tablespoon and shake it up real good. Kind of coat the bag so the marshmallow doesn't stick. Then as you pick up your marshmallows, one at a time, always set them on the top in the powdered sugar and coat them all the way around. That way that when you put them in the bag, they shouldn't stick to one another. I'm gonna add a little bit more powdered sugar to my bag into the top. You just don't want them sticking together. Okay, the edges, we weren't able to get powdered sugar real close to them, so we have to take our, you can use a spatula, but since I already have my cookie cutter, I'll just scrape it up from the parchment paper with my cookie cutter. You have all different sizes, little bitty ones and medium size, and then the large ones. You want to make sure that they're not sticky before you put them in your bag. All right. So it made about a gallon. I'm going to put another tablespoon of powdered sugar over the top. If you don't eat them all right today, this will help keep them from sticking to each other. So there they are. It makes a gallon of marshmallows. Let's try one. Very good. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. This is a good recipe right now. It's raining and cold outside, so I'm fixing to make me some hot chocolate with fresh marshmallows. God bless, and y'all have a great day.